Hi everybody, this is Black Runner Ranger. In case you're wondering, I'm in a woolly bathrobe because it's kind of cold outside. So anyways, here is day 28 of my, day 29 of my Jurassic World Evolution 3 DLC pack wishlist. I've talked about this before, the fact that there's not that many Triassic dinosaurs, and I made an entire wishlist about how many Triassic dinosaurs they can try and include in Jurassic World Evolution 3. And I also did one for the Jurassic, because, again, it's called Jurassic Park. And if you think, when it comes to Jurassic, we think of something like the Jurassic era, the Diplodocus, the Brachiosaurus, and the Allosaurus, and a few other creatures that are not included, like the Eustriptospondylus. But anyways, thinking I should be a bit more fair and also include some Cretaceous dinosaurs too. And so I thought for this one I call it the Crazy Cretaceous Pack. And one of my first picks is a dinosaur with quite a unique name. Thanos simonattoi, or just Thanos. A dinosaur named after the Marvel character himself. The one who you should have gone for the head, or I am inevitable. Yeah, that type of dinosaur. From what I understand, I think it's the same category as the Carnotaurus and the Abylosaurus. Short, stubby arms, yet having the ability to walk and carry things with a massive jaw. Something like that. Very interesting how Marvel would react to including Thanos in Jurassic World Evolution 3. And funny enough, Jurassic World Evolution, as well as the movies, have Jeff Goldblum, who was also a part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe at one point. Next up, Hypsilophodon, a classic dinosaur. Wait, is it actually from the Cretaceous? No. Sometimes I have to double check if the dinosaurs are from the Cretaceous or not. Hypsilophodon. It's an early Cretaceous dinosaur, and quite a well-known one. I mean, I'm sure you might have heard of this dinosaur before. It became the main name for the group of dinosaurs called Hypsilophodonts, which may or may not include Dryptosaurus or something. Anyways, next up, Pelecanimimus. Let me just double check. Was that included in this book? Yep. Pelecanimimus was included in the Jurassic Park Institute Dinophile guy. Its name means pelican mimic, just like the Ornithomimus means bird mimic and Struthiomimus means ostrich mimic. Wouldn't mind including a few more mimicking dinosaurs of birds. Saltasaurus, an early example of a sauropod with a bit of bony armor on its back. I remember a certain video game. I remember a dinosaur video game once had that called Dino Island, and that kind of stuck with my head. And I was like thinking to myself, with the sauropod, if I was an Allosaurus, if I was a dinosaur, a carnivore dinosaur, would a Saltasaurus taste salty? Well, how long has it been traveling in the salt pans? Anyways, next up is the Sauroposeidon, which is a... sorry, there's a bit of noise coming outside. So, what was the name? Here it is. A Sauroposeidon, also in the book. It says here it's the last member of the Brachiosaurids before they went extinct. It was the tallest known dinosaur at the time. When this book was made, it was found in the year I was born, but it wasn't named until 2000. It was named after Poseidon, the god of the sea, who's kind of similar to Triton. Yeah, boy, I got a bit of relatives coming. That's all. Anyways, Next up is the okay. I think I lost a bit of train of thought. So it'd be interesting to know that this was considered the biggest at the time. But then there's Argentinosaurus, and I think more recently the Patagotitan. It'd be a good way showcasing who is the biggest. Is it Argentinosaurus, Sauroposeidon, or Patagotitan? Which are wonder how they would interact with each other. Anyways, next up is the Dryptosaurus, a tyrannosaurid, I believe. Let me have a look. Dryptosaurus. Yeah, here it is. It's a Tyrannosaurian, and it was known for this particular pose that you're seeing right now. There was a resurrection of that fighting pose in New Jersey in museum. And I remember playing the 2000 dinosaur game, the Disney game game based on the movie, and then one of the enemies is a Dryptosaurus, and I thought it'd be interesting to see this Tyrannosaurid interact with a T-Rex. I mean, you could argue this is the closest we got to a real life Indominus Rex or Indoraptor. And next up, and speaking of dinosaur, the 2000 dinosaur, here's a Talarurus, which is like an ankylosaurid. You might have seen them looking at the iguanodon egg floating in the river in Disney's Dinosaur. And, well, you might have seen this in the collection for the the dinosaur game, where you have to be friendly with it or something. And over here is a Sauroniops, which is named after the Lord of the Rings villain Sauron. One dinosaur to rule them all. Isn't that a T-Rex? Or was it Spinosaurus? But anyways, Sauron. I wonder how they would, again, with the Thanos and Sauron name, would they get sued if they use that dinosaur name? And then again, we got Draco Rex Hogwartsy, which is a Hogwarts Dragon King, but never mind. Next up, wait, shh, I'm recording, sorry. Anyways, next up is this, just to put on my nostalgia critic voice, Zuul, mother effer, Zuul! Yes, he was named after the Ghostbusters dog. Be interesting to include this creature in it. And then there's the Bradycneme. I think that's how I'm pronouncing it. Bradycneme. Draculae. Named after the Bram Stoker novel Dracula. You may have seen this creature in Planet Dinosaur. And he was like one of the last ones to be shown after having the extinction, surviving off scraps until it eventually disappeared along with the rest of the non-avian dinosaurs. Bambiraptor, a raptor named after the Disney character Bambi. And finally, Oxalaia, or Oxalaia. That's how you put it. Oxalaia. Something a Spinosaurid, which some could argue is just a different version of the Spinosaurus. Now, the reason why I wanted to include this character is because some people are still having a bit of trouble withstanding the Jurassic Park depiction of Spinosaurus in Jurassic World Evolution 3 and wish Jurassic World Evolution 3 could bring in a more accurate representation of the Spinosaurus. For me, I say no. The original Spinosaurus, the Jurassic Park Spinosaurus, is just too iconic. I'm glad they stuck with that design. If you want a more accurate representation of a Spinosaurus, have the Oxalaia. It's the closest one. Wish for, instead of a accurate Spinosaurus, wish for Oxalaia. So anyways, those are my dinosaurs. Thanos, Hypsilophodon, Pelecanimimus, Saltasaurus, Sauroposeidon, Dryptosaurus, Talarurus, Sauroniops, Zuul, Bradycneme, draculae, Bambiraptor, and Oxalaia. Do you agree with my crazy Cretaceous pack idea? Do you not like the idea of these dinosaurs? Do you wish for another Cretaceous dinosaur to be in the game? Do you have other ideas for dinosaurs to be in Jurassic World Evolution 3? Let me know in the comments. I hope you've enjoyed this video.